Good evening, friends, Romans, countrymen, and ham radio operators. The time is now 8 p.m. Central. All regular amateur traffic, please stand by because you are now listening to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net. Heard Thursday nights here on the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club frequencies and the University Link repeater system. First, let me ask, is there any emergency or priority traffic on this frequency? Hearing none, I'll let you know that I'm transmitting tonight from Dripping Springs, which is actually dripping a little bit tonight, and I'm using the 147.320 repeater, which we call the Oak. For more information regarding the club's repeater system, and how to become a member, please visit n50ak.org. You can also participate in this net using the University Link repeater system. To do so, please visit ki5d.com. If you're outside of Austin, we would love to hear from you too. The best way to get to us outside of Austin is via Echolink by connecting to KA5D-R or K5TMT-R. You can also reach us via All-Star by connecting to node 51444. If you're listening through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system and want to participate, be sure you set your tone to 114.8. For the University Link repeater system, set your tone to 97.4. For club members, we also have our very own Thursday night net discussion and video net channel on Discord. Currently, I think I'm solo in the video channel, but anybody that wants to come by and say hi, please feel free to do so. You don't even have to turn your video on. Lurkers are welcome. My name again is Steve, KI5UKF, and I will be your net controller for this evening. This is a controlled net, which means that stations should refrain from transmitting until designated check-in or comment times. If you're new to ham radio or just new to the net, the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net is a social net. We get together every week to share knowledge, ask questions, and just hang out. It's very easy to check into this net. In a little bit, I will ask for check-ins and take down a list of all stations who want to participate. Once we have everyone checked in, I'll go down the list one at a time and give you the floor. Feel free to ask questions pertaining to ham radio, tell us about something you've been working on, or just say hi. We really just want to hear from everybody listening. If you missed the first round of check-ins, which is the short-time check-ins, or even the first round of regular check-ins, don't worry, we'll grab you on a subsequent round. Please avoid topics of politics, religion, or anything else potentially inflammatory. Let's keep it clean, nice, and appropriate as we have some young hams participating. It is time for station identification and opening of the net for short-time check-ins. Please stand by. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. Again, we're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. My name is Steve, KI5UKF, and I am still your net controller for tonight's net. It is now time for short-time check-ins. Short-time check-ins means operators who cannot stay for the entire net. I won't open the floor to comments or questions for the short-timers after their turn. That way they can call in, say hi, get on the log, and go on with their evening. If you check in as a short-timer and later want to rejoin the net, please feel free to recheck. Tonight we're going to have a question or a subject matter that if you want to, anybody's welcome to comment on, but I'm just curious if there is anything that you've been wanting to do that you've been putting off for cooler weather. So if you feel like answering that question, that's great. If not, we'd love to hear from you on whatever you want to share. So if you're busy tonight but still want to check in, I am looking for short-time check-ins anywhere, any mode. Please come with your call sign and your name. Please give me that call sign phonetically. Go ahead.
This is Kilo India 6, Hotel Quebec Tango, Ken in South Austin. No traffic. And I've been putting off buying a new gaming PC because computers run hot and I don't like air conditioning, so I have to run air conditioning when I'm playing games so my computers don't overheat. So by waiting until the weather cools off, I avoid this problem and don't have to turn the air conditioning on. Back to you.
any other short time check-ins, come now with your name and your call sign.
This is 5 MWA.
This is Kilo India 5, Yankee India Alpha, Marshall, South Austin, no traffic.
Any other short time check-ins, come now with your name and your call sign. All right. Well, we heard from Ken, who had no traffic tonight in South Austin. And Ken, I don't know how you've made it here the past couple of months not doing air conditioning, but, you know, man, power to the people, dude. So good for you. And luckily, hopefully you'll be able to go out and shop for that new PC. I don't get one probably every 7 or 8 years, but it's always a big day in the family when we turn over that cabbage leaf. Next we had K5NWA, and if you gave a name I didn't get it, but what's going on, K5NWA?
Sorry about that. I was walking by the radio and I heard you. This is K5, Mike Whiskey Alpha. And what I've been putting off for it to get cooler is pretty much everything. I've got a lot of stuff going on. I can feel his pain on the air conditioning because mine has been marginal all summer long. We've been running some portables in addition to the main unit. So that's kind of what's going on here. And we came back off some lost power for a couple of hours this evening. And I'm running on batteries right now just because I wanted to shake my battery box down. So here we go. Anyway, I'll turn it back to Net. This is K5 Mike Whiskey Alpha. Oh, and the name is Mike.
Well, Mike, good to hear that. Glad you got your power back and glad that your batteries are working. It's kind of the cool thing about having those mobile setups is I guess that's one thing we can always do when the power goes off is set up a little ham radio. So good luck on pretty much everything. I'm looking forward to pretty much everything myself. And then next we had Marshall with no traffic. So then I will do one more round of anybody else that wants to come in and check in for short time check-ins.
This is Kilo Golf 5, Kilo Victor Juliet, KG5 KVJ, no traffic.
All right, so that's it then. We had no traffic on that last check-in. That's it for short time check-ins. Before we get to regular check-ins, we're going to review a question or two from the FCC's current general exam, brand new and fresh as of July of 2023. So if you have a technician's license, this will give you a sample of what that test is about. If you've already passed your general exam, it's always a good thing to review the material. So now we're going to pass it over to Blake, KI5ZTW, for tonight's questions. Go ahead, Blake.
Hey, how's it going? This is Blake, KI5ZTW, with tonight's general license questions for all technicians that are studying for their general. Question number 1. What is QRP operation? Is it A, remote piloted model control, B, low power transmission operation, C, transmission using quick response protocol, or D, traffic relay procedure net operation? Come now with your call sign and answer.
This is Kilo Juliet 5 Bravo Lima Charlie. I'm going to go with Bravo for the answer.
Kilo India 5 Yankee Lima Sierra. I'm going to go with Bravo also. He beat me to it.
Any other technicians coming for question number 1? State your name and call sign and answer now.
This is Kilo Golf 5, Kilo Victor Juliet Garrett. I'm going to go with Bravo as well.
Roger that. The answer to question number 1, what is QRP operations, is low power transmit operations. All 3 participants got it correctly. We're at 100% with question number 1. Stand by. We'll have question number 2 in just a second. Question number 2. Which mode is most commonly used for voice communication in the 160, 70, and 40 meter bands? Is it A, upper sideband, B, lower sideband, C, suppressed sideband, or D, double sideband? Come now with your call sign and answer.
This is Kilo Juliet 5 Bravo Lima Charlie. This is Charles, and I'm going to go with Bravo again.
This is November 5 Whiskey Romeo Whiskey. I'd go Bravo.
Kilo India 5 Yankee Lima Sierra. I'm going to go with Bravo also.
This is
for question number 2. I can repeat it or come now with your call sign and answer. Last chance.
This is Kilo Golf 5, Kilo Victor Juliet, whichever one was lower sideband.
That would be Bravo. We got you down for Bravo. All right, the answer to question number 2, which mode is most commonly used for voice communication on the 160, 75, and 40 meter bands on HS is Bravo. Lower sideband. Congratulations. Everybody got 100% tonight. Back to net control.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Blake, for doing those test questions, and congratulations to everybody on it. It's a great turnout. All right, let's do a station ID real quick. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. Always here on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Central. If you're just joining us through the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club system and want to participate, be sure you set your tone to 114.8. If you're on the University Link repeater system, set your tone to 97.4. I'm going to now pass the mic over to Cody, KI5YLS, who's going to cover tonight's ham radio news. Go ahead, Cody.
How's it going? This is KI5YLS with tonight's news. So starting off, we have a article, Amateur Radio Volunteers Needed for Marine Corps Marathon. The 2023 Marine Corps Marathon will take place on Sunday, October 29th in Washington, D.C. and Arlington County, Virginia at 7:55 a.m. EDT. The MCM Ham Volunteers team is looking for 150 amateur radio operators to support the event by providing racecourse situation reports. The Marine Corps Marathon, also known as the People's Marathon, expected to support more than 29,000 runners at this year's event. Amateurs can register to volunteer at www.hamcommunity.com/MCM-register. Let me reset real quick. The mission of the MCM is to showcase physical fitness and generate community goodwill to promote the high standards and discipline of the Marine Corps. Annually ranked as one of the largest marathons in the U.S. and the world, the MCM has been recognized as the best marathon in the Mid-Atlantic, best for families, and best for beginners. And then the other article we have, former ARRL Oregon Section Manager John Core, Kilo X-Ray 7 Yankee Tango, SK. ARRL is sad to announce that John Core, KX7YT, Section Manager of the ARRL Oregon Section from 2016 to 2018, passed away suddenly on August 11th, 2023. He was 80 years old. John first earned his novice class license in 1970 with the call sign WN7PQL. He subsequently upgraded to his general class license in 1971 with the call sign WA7PQL. His advanced class license in 1976, and finally to his amateur extra class license in 2000 with the call sign KX7YT. While involved in consultant work abroad from 1998 to 2006, he was licensed in Bangladesh as S21YV and later licensed in India as VU3DXY. Most recently, John was active in the Department of Homeland Security CISA Shares Program as NNB0EC. John was a passionate DX hound and contester. He was an active member of the Willamette Valley DX Club. Let me reset real quick. And a huge amateur radio emergency service ARES activist from Oregon Amateurs. As the ARRL Oregon Section Manager, he was instrumental in coordinating Oregon ARES operations during the Cascadia Rising Simulated Emergency Test, SET, in 2016, which was a multi-state and multi-jurisdictional simulation of the anticipated catastrophic Pacific Coast Subduction Zone 9.0 magnitude earthquake. John wrote an article for QST that was published shortly afterwards, highlighting the SET results. In all, John penned no less than 5 articles for QST between 2001 and 2016, most related to Oregon ARES activities and his experiences operating in Bangladesh. Let me reset again. In 2017 to 2018, John worked with his ARES leadership team to produce a set of standardized statewide ARES amateur radio operator training materials that were used for many years. He was also instrumental in establishing a special website to enable amateurs across the state to receive their ARO training virtually. During his tenure as section manager, John was a key part in ensuring reasonable amateur radio legislation related to distracted driving laws that were under consideration in Oregon. He provided expert testimony before several legislative committees, which resulted in a positive outcome for Oregon amateurs. That's all for tonight. Back to Net Operator.
Hey, Cody, thanks for doing tonight's news. Really appreciate that. Anybody out there that would like to either volunteer on the news reading or the test questions, always looking for new people to do that. The best way to do that is to join the Discord channel, and you got to become a member for that, and all that information is out on the website, n50ak.org. Let's do a station ID. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. Now's the point we normally cover some Fox News. I don't think we have Sky N5LX with us. But either Sky, if you're out there, or if anyone else is planning to put a fox out this weekend, come on now with your name and your call sign. Okay, well, the best way to check out the fox situation, if anybody wants to go fox hunting, is always to go out to the club website, n50ak.org, and look there, or there's a Discord channel, if you're a member, for fox hunts and fox hunt maps that has all the latest and greatest about the fox hunt. So we'll see if anything pops up there tomorrow for a weekend fox hunt. Alrighty, it's time now to pass our mic to our club president, fully clothed, Rusty WZ5 BBS, with club news and announcements.
Oh, was I supposed to put clothes on for this? My bad. Hey, Steve, everybody on the net. It is good to be here. Thanks to everybody for hanging out and playing tonight. Cody, KI5YLS, thanks for doing the news. Blake, KI5ZTW, good to hear you back on the net, man. And hopefully we'll hear you later on. I have a quick update on the Fox News since we are missing a Sky. Paul K5FZU, he did a burn-in. I think it was at his house. I'm not 100% sure. But we had two people find it, AF5WW, which is Dirk, and John and Diane, KE5RS. It was up in the Leander area, so it was north. It was up here in, South Dallas, up by my house. So this week we have 5 new members. We got bringing us up to 566 members. Let's say hi to Javier, KJ5CND, Clay, AB5WY, Lee, KF5PSE, Spin, W4SPN, love that, Spin Rodriguez, and Dirk, AF5WW. He's one of the ones that found the fox. So welcome to everybody. If you're not a member yet, you can go online and do it. It's totally free to become a member. All you have to do is go to n50ak.org and sign up. While you're there, we're also looking for donations. It was an expensive quarter last quarter, so for those of you out there, if you got a little extra laying around in the bank, the club could certainly use it. We use Zelle, so we don't have to pay for any processing, anything like that. And now, thanks to Ernesto, your donations can be tax deductible. So if you haven't made your way in to become officially a member, go join us online. You can also join the Discord there and find out about all the fun things and stay in touch with everybody. It's where we say all the things we can't say on the repeater. So come hang out with us on the Discord. All that can be done at n50ak.org. While you're there, you can check out, we got gear. You can get hoodies and shirts and coffee mugs and stuff with the logo. We got the new contest calendar up, so for those of you who are interested in contesting but aren't real sure when something's going on, we have the contest calendar there as well. Our next quarterly club meeting will be Saturday, October 21st at the Austin branch of the Austin Public Library. All the details are on the web and in the Discord. And following the club meeting on Saturday, October 21st, will be our next testing session. So if it is time to upgrade your license or get your buddy licensed, by all means, come hang out with us October 21st at the library, and we can make it happen. You can sign up online, n50ak.org. Just click on the Get Licensed tab. You can sign up and pay, do all the things online, and we'll save you a spot. It's a little early, but usually we're full. We got about 10 or 15 people every time, so make sure you get in there and make that happen. Upcoming fox hunts this weekend. KE5RS has a fox out now. So if you don't have anything to do tomorrow, you can go out and check it out. It's up in Leander. All the information is on the Fox Hunt channel in the Discord. And typically, we meet up for Old Man Breakfast. It's the Austin Amateur Radio Club. We totally go and hang out with them at the Waterloo Ice House, 183 in Burnett. The details are on the calendar. But come hang out with us for Old Man Breakfast. We're going to crash the Austin Ham Radio Club. And it's a good time. Everybody has a lot of fun. It's 8 a.m. So we'll go have breakfast, and then we kind of go out and disperse and go fox hunt and whatever for the rest of the day. But by all means, if you're up that early on Saturday, it's a stretch for some of us, come hang out with us at the Waterloo Ice House, 8 a.m. Don't forget to sign up for the park potluck. It's easy for me to say. It's on November 4th. November 4th will be our second ever N5OAK park potluck at McKinney Falls State Park. All the details are in the potluck channel on Discord. We have fox hunts and food and parks on the air. It's a whole lot of fun. We had like 30-something people last year show up. All you got to do is bring a dish. We're doing fried chicken again this year, so something that goes with fried chicken or not, surprises. Either way, just show up and have some fun. It was a whole lot of fun last year, so we decided we will do it again. So the N5OAK Park Potluck, November 4th, make sure it's on your calendar. Let's see, the easiest way to stay up to date and have all these things in your calendar is to subscribe. We have the official club calendar online at n5oak.org. Click on the calendar tab. It is separate from the contest calendar. This is what's going on local, and we've got the Austin Club and the Aries clubs. We've got a net every night from any club local around. So if you're new to ham radio and you want to play with your radio and see what all the repeaters you can hit, by all means, go subscribe to the club calendar. And like Steve said, we're always looking for new net controllers, so if this is something you want to do, you can come hang out with us. We usually start you out doing questions and the news, like Cody and Blake did today. So if you want to come hang out with us and be part of the net control team, by all means ping us in the Discord, and we'll add you to the channel and get you set up for that. That's all I got. Steve, thanks for running the net, man. I will see you later down the log. And we'll send it back over to net control, WZ5BBS. Thank you, sir.
And thank you, Rusty, for those announcements and for the Fox update as well. It's good to know that we got a live one out there, so I've got some stuff to do this weekend, but maybe I can cut out or work a little bit early tomorrow and go check that out. Let me do another station ID. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK, always here on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central. If you're just now coming around to talk to us on the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club repeater system, be sure you set your tone to 114.8. If you're on the University Link repeater system, that tone should be 97.4. My name is Steve, KI5UKF, and I am your net controller for tonight's net. I'll be looking for regular check-ins shortly. No membership is required. Any licensed operator is welcome to check in. Before we start with check-ins, I want to remind everybody of the topic for tonight, or the proposed topic. The topic can be whatever you want to talk about, but the proposed topic is what have you been putting off that you want to do now that we're getting into a little cooler weather. New hams are encouraged to check in, so if you're a new ham, we would love to hear from you. So let's come on now with your call sign and your name. Really appreciate that call sign phonetically. Thank you. Come on down.
Yeah, hi, this is Brent, Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Zulu. Good evening.
This is November 5, Whiskey Romeo Whiskey.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, Bravo Lima Charlie, Charles.
Whiskey 5, Whiskey Tango Hotel, Pat, Austin, no traffic.
This is Kilo Delta 5 Oscar Kilo Echo. Name here is Mike. Good evening.
Kilo India 5 Zulu Tango Whiskey, Blake and Spicewood.
This is November 5, Alpha Papa Delta, N5 APD, Danny in Johnson City.
Anyone else for regular check-ins, come on now with your call sign phonetically, followed by your name.
This is Ray in South Austin, Kilowatt 5, Bravo, Zulu, India.
All right, that's a pretty good chunk for us to start with, so let's go back up to the top of the list and talk to Brent, KJ5CZZ. Brent, what do you want to do now that the weather's going to get a little cooler? What have you been putting off?
I've been putting off more exercise. I usually go across the way to the park. They have a really nice walking path and a frisbee golf course with my 3-year-old Labrador pup, and we go for a pretty good walk. But it's been so hot that her and I just been laying around on the cold tile floor, you know, swapping stories. That's about it. Thank you for calling.
You bet, Brent. Again, I don't make every one of these nets, but your name and your call sign seem new to me. Are you new to this net or new to the club? And anything else going on with you as far as ham radio? All right, well, maybe Brent had to step away. Brent, obviously, if you want to call back in later on or check back in later on, we can visit some more. But we'll move on now to, I got a call sign only, N5WRW. What's going on?
This is N5WRW, Dwight in Buda. Nothing much. I'm one of the world's great legendary procrastinators, so there's probably all kinds of things I haven't been doing. Did some stuff today that I was waiting for cooler weather for, but I got it done. Reorganizing the garage is probably what I'm waiting for cooler weather for. N5WRW.
Holy cow, Dwight! I had a use it or lose it week. I work for the state of Texas, and September 1st, all kinds of crazy rules come in, and if you have too much vacation time and you don't use it, you have to lose it. So I took a week off the week before September 1st, brutally hot, and spent a good 10-hour day in my garage reorganizing it. After about 8 years of neglect, it was awful. You're doing the absolute right thing. Just keep putting it off. Maybe never do it. Anyway, anything going on with you with ham radio? Are you out in the truck tonight?
No, I'm here in my office. I've got all my radios set up in here. Yeah, I got my linear amplifier going again for HF, and I got a different antenna tuner. The old one I had was arcing a bit at 600 watts, which is not a good experience. I think I have it all fixed, but I'm not eager to find out.
Well, Dwight, have you had any luck on HF this week? I've only been out sort of during the daytime again, so the plight of my existence, I guess. But haven't really seen any great propagation. How about you?
Well, a while back I worked Curacao. It's just slightly north of South America. I think it was on 10 meters. But that was just with just the rig. It wasn't. This is going to sound funny, but I think I've owned that linear for 30 years or 25 at least, and I never did the 10-meter mod on it. I think I have to cut a green wire or something. N5WRW.
Well, that's pretty cool. Congratulations on that contact on 10 meters. All right, let's see if anybody else has anything for Dwight and 5WRW tonight. All right, Dwight. Well, thanks for checking in, and good luck. See you on that newly modified green wire cut linear amp. Sounds pretty interesting. All right, let's move on now to Charles. What's going on, Charles?
KJ5BLC here. Thanks for running that, Steve. In terms of putting off something, actually been putting off working on our RV because it's not really going anywhere, but I'm using it as kind of a ham shack and kind of a man cave as well, but it needs some work done on it, and so I've been waiting for cooler weather. Ham radio wise, I've got a Kenwood TS940S that I got on eBay, but it's got audio problems, so I've been hunting around and found somebody who's willing to take a look at it and help me out with some test equipment on Saturday morning, so looking forward to figuring that out. I'll pause. And the other big deal is I've been got my technician on actually the license on June 9th, and so I've been studying for the general and just registered for the exam after the meeting in October with the Oak Hill Club, so I've got that nailed down and should be good to go. I've gone through a couple of different courses, and now I'm on to the ham study and just taking practice exams, and generally hitting about 90%, so I think I'll be okay by the time we get to October. Back to Ned.
Yeah, Charles, I don't know about anybody else, but it seems like that's about what the sweet spot was for me, was that 90% on the practice test, and once I was hitting that consistently, both my technician and general seemed like they worked pretty well. I don't think I scored that highly on either one of them, but I guess, test nerves or whatever. Man, I've never thought about an RV as a ham shack, but that's a killer idea. I know Ray K5BZI's got an RV, but he's got a dedicated ham shack. Maybe he'll loan me his RV to be my ham shack, since I still haven't figured that out. But anyway, good luck to you. Does anybody have anything else, anything for Charles tonight?
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, man, that's a cool story about your RV soon-to-be ham shack. That brings back a lot of memories. My grandfather, one of my Elmers, had one of those old 50s they used to call them peanut trailers, little campers, in his backyard, and that's what he used for a ham shack. Had a tower attached to it and everything. It was pretty cool. So anyway, that's cool story. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, that's cool. I do remember those little small ones. This actually we lived in full time while we were working on a farmhouse, so this is a 34-foot RV. But anyway, so I got plenty of room in here, and so far it's working out okay. We're going to move it hopefully here pretty soon, but again, I was waiting on cooler weather to move it, but it needs some other kinds of repairs. Got a leak in terms of water. The other part of the story is during the hot part of the summer, I did realize I had some leaks, and so I got up and repaired the roof leaks, and just realized I needed to go around and check it for leaks, but I think we did okay. It stayed dry. Had a lot of rain last night. Back to Ned.
All right, I'm glad you got that RV, your ham shack dried in. Good news. Anybody else have anything for Charles tonight? All right, then, let's go back and do a quick station ID. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N50AK. The next person I had was Pat with No Traffic, and then we have Mike KD5OKE, I think. Mike, how are you this evening?
Doing quite well, thank you for asking. And I'm just here checking in for the first time, and happen to have this repeater on my list of programmed stations that I got programmed here on my little radio here. and just checking out the net. First time heard the net, and first time listening to you guys. Pretty much of an older guy here myself. Been retired for like about 3.5 years now. But I'm a lot older than I sound, for sure. And hopefully you guys will trust me on that. This is Mike, 85 OKE. That's the next show.
You know, Mike, that's funny that you made that comment. Of course, I would have never said that, but you probably are older than you sound because you sound very, very young. Anyway, Mike, anything? You know, what are you doing with ham radio? Are you just doing pretty much VHF, or you doing any HF? And do you have anything that you've been putting off and waiting for cooler weather on? Over.
Yeah, the only thing I've been putting off waiting for cooler weather is to do some walking, getting out, stretching my legs. And I'm chomping at the bit to try this new radio that I bought recently. It's the President Lincoln 2 Plus. 10 meter and 12 meter HF radio. And I'm needing to make some invisible antennas here where I'm staying at. There's an antenna restriction, so I have to make some clandestine antennas like I've done in the past before. I've been licensed since '93. Taken the test down at the Dayton Ham Bench when I lived in Ohio. Back when I was working at the airport in Cleveland, an Elmer of mine drove me down to the Dayton Ham Bench and took the test. And that was when there was a 5 word per minute. My first call was KB8OZW, which was my novice call when I had it before novice was done away with. And since then I moved down to Texas and got my technician license. So that's about it. And this is Mike, 85 OKE, back to Net Control. Thank you.
Well, that's real cool, Mike. That's an interesting story, and it sounds like you've had a pretty good experience. So does anybody have anything for Mike tonight, checking in for the first time?
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, hey, Mike, I just wanted to say hi and welcome, man. Glad to have you on, and sounded great. And welcome to the club. Hope to hear more of you. Appreciate you checking in. K5BZI.
Thanks a lot again, and just trying to see what kind of signal report am I getting from you guys, because I'm sitting here in the middle of my house talking to you on a bell thing with the microphone attached to it, and a little bit longer than the rubber ducky antenna that came with it, but hopefully I'm making it repeat it somewhat pretty well. 85 OKE, back to Net Control. Thank you.
So, Mike, I'll jump in and reply that I am doing the exact same thing. I am sitting on my couch watching the game on my Baofeng, but I'm not using a microphone, and that the only difference I hear from you, you are full quieting into the machine, except that you have a little bit of a muffle because you're using that little plastic mic that the Baofengs come with. But other than that, you sound great, man. K5BZI, back to that.
Okay, anybody else have anything for Mike tonight? Well, Mike, real good hearing from you. I'd echo what Ray said. I mean, I have no problem understanding your vocals at all. A little bit of popcorn static in the back, and I would trust Ray on that one, maybe due to the microphone. So it might be a cheap upgrade on the mic there. And anyway, best of luck to you. Do you have anything else you want to say to us before you sign out tonight?
No, not really. I'm trying to Elmer somebody else to the ham radio likes, and trying to get it tested. So you may see me on the October testing site with him, and trying to get him in his ham radio license. Other than that, nothing else. 85 OKE, back to Net Control. Thank you.
All right, well, thanks for checking in. And again, the membership to the club is absolutely free, n50ak.org, so go and check that out if you like. Next, let's move on to Blake in Spicewood. How's it going, Blake?
Doing great. Got a little rain earlier today, which was nice and much needed, and I'm just glad to be back home on a Thursday night so I can jump in on the net. Been gone for about 6 weeks on Thursdays, it seems like. And down in South, where our ranch is, I get like 1 bar on my phone, so Echolink rarely works. Sometimes I can listen to y'all, but that's about it. Anyway, yep. Other than that, ham radio-wise, I have my HF set up down there, and so I've been doing some cool HF stuff. Even though it's QRP 10 watts, out in the middle of the country, it's amazing how quiet it is and low noise, and it's been a lot of fun. And soon, once I get Starlink set up, I will have I'll probably set up a node or just use Echolink or something. I'll be able to check in if I'm not back in Austin, Spicewood area for Thursday and Sunday nets, which I really enjoy participating in. Back to you.
Yeah, Blake, just out of curiosity, where's that ranch that you're at where you have such low noise and so forth?
It's in between Rock Springs and Sonora, down Del Rio way.
Copy that. All right. Well, yeah, it is amazing. I mean, even within the Austin area, just to get out to a park or something else, it's just amazing how much the noise drops off. It just kind of blew me away the first time I did a couple of POTAs. Just really any place that you can get away from major electronic sources, just amazing how quiet it is. So, all right, let's open it up to the floor now and see if anybody has anything for Blake tonight. Well, Blake, don't be such a dang stranger, and hope you can make it back for Sunday night. And it seems like I don't ever make that net. It just seems like it's really tough for me getting ready for the workday the next day to carve that time out. But maybe I'll see you there. Anything else for the net tonight?
No, sir. Back to you.
Good deal. Thanks for checking in. All right, next on our list is Danny in Johnson City. Danny, how's it going?
This is N5 APD. Everything is going well for the most part, you know. Kind of reminds me of the old Beach Boys song, Endless Summer. You know, by the time you think things aren't changing, well, it is changing, you know. Got high school football and college football, and the dove are flying around, the turkey are coming by, and so are the deer. I'll let this break. Anyway, you know, some of the things that come to mind as the seasons change for ham radio is I love playing with old tube radios, so you know, I kind of had a sympathetic ear to the fellow that doesn't use much air conditioner, doesn't have any. I rarely use much air conditioning, just enough to sleep well. And but I love turning on these old tube radios. And now that the seasons are changing, it's getting a little cooler. Be able to turn on those and play with those radios. Back to you.
All right, Danny. Well, is there anything that you were putting off doing until it got a little cooler?
Well, pretty much the outdoor projects. You know, there's always a ton of cedar to cut out here in Johnson City, and always got a lot of that to do. And as we get more rain, I'll be able to burn some cedar later in the year. But, no, the happy part is just being able to play with the radios, the tube radios, an old Swan 350 and a Helicrafters HT37 with a companion receiver. I think it's a S108. But being able to play with those little radios now that it's kind of cooled off. Of course, it's a good time to do some cooking. Good pot of beans we ought to put on the stove, and some stew. So I look forward to those things as the season goes through and cools off. Anyway, that's all I've got. This is N5 APD, and back to you.
Yeah, I'm totally down with you, Danny, on the cooking thing. It's kind of funny how the temperature gets down to the mid-90s and we're throwing on the beans and the chili, but that's kind of how I feel too. I'm ready to move forward. All right, does anybody have anything for Danny tonight out in Johnson City? All right, Danny. Well, have a good weekend, and we'll catch you next Thursday. And good luck on your cooking, and hopefully those big tube radios. You know, once it gets a little cold outside, they'll be your heat source. Wish you luck with that. All right, let's move over to our club vice president. Ray, K5BZI, ex-club vice president.
Hey, man. K5BZI here. I'm the treasurer, so you were close. Hey, Steve. This is Ray, K5BZI. Thanks for doing the net, man. As a lot of folks know, I am restoring my great-grandmother's 1950 Plymouth, and I'm doing it in my garage, which faces west. So during the summer, working on that car is a no-go. So I wait for the weather to cool down, and that's when I start working on the car again. So I'm itching to get going again on the old car, and as it cools down, I'm going to start getting the tools out and start doing some more body work. I got a bunch of fenders I need to clean up and paint. So that's my cooler weather story. Radio-wise, I built a new subwoofer box for the shed, and man, does my record player sound good now. It needed a little bit extra bass. And, just ready for this rain to go away, man. I mean, geez, my truck got all wet, my grass is turning green, gross. That's about all I got. K5BZI, back to net.
Yeah, Ray, I'm sure you just drew the ire of every other person on the net, but I know you did so with some sarcastic enthusiasm. Yeah, it's been nice to have a little break from the heat here. So cool, yeah, and we look forward to seeing some more of your pictures and videos and so forth of the progress on the car, and maybe you need to have a garage invitational some night where we can come over and drink beer and watch you work. Anyway, does anybody have anything for Ray tonight?
KB5MPJ.
Go ahead.
Hey, Ray, I've been thinking the same thing about the cooler weather and car work, so, we'll get together on that soon. KB5MPJ.
Roger that, man. We've got I'll have a garage invitation where everybody can come over and help us sand. That sounds good. K5BZI, back to that.
Yeah, just don't let me near the angle grinder. I have no knuckles left after this last weekend. I had a little welding project I did. So it's not the welder that's the dangerous thing. It's the dang angle grinder. If I could just remember that. Anybody else have anything for Ray tonight?
Hi, Ray.
Hey, Rusty.
Okay. All right. Other than our club president who has yet to check into the net, anybody have anything else for Ray tonight?
KI5YLS.
Go ahead, Cody.
Hello, Uncle. Hopefully everything's going well in Austin for you. I told Grandma about you working on the Plymouth when the weather gets cool, and she's excited for it. She also wanted me to tell you that the reason I was wondering if you were joining the Discord tonight was because she wanted to wave hi at you. But she understands about wanting to sit on the couch and relax. You never answered my question about the whole 6th Street thing about, you said we would talk about it last net, and then you never texted me about it, so, kind of a little heartbroken about that, but just figured I'd let you know your mom says hi, and, your sister says hi, and I say hi, and everyone over here says hi.
Alright, well, I appreciate that. Return the highs for me as well, and tell Mom I'm waving at her. DM me about 6th Street, man. I guess I forgot. I'm over 50 and I drink a little, so you guys have to remind me about things. Alright, K5BZI.
Alright, anybody else want to shout out at Ray? Alright, Ray. Well, thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Let's go ahead and do a second round of check-ins tonight. Please come now with your call sign phonetically and your name. And if you would, let that mic drop. Go ahead and come in and check in and say, "This is," and then let that mic drop, and then give your call sign if you don't hear anybody else on the signal, and your name.
This is Whiskey Zulu 5 Bravo Sierra Rusty South Dallas.
This is Kilo India 5 Yankee Lima Sierra, or Yellow Liver Spots, Cody, in Fort Cavazos, Colleen area.
This is Kilo Bravo 5 Mike Papa Juliet, Jason and Buda.
This Kilo India 5 Papa Zulu November, Ernesto.
This is Kilo Juliet 5 Charlie Zulu Brent.
This is
All right, that last station we got "this is" and "this is" twice, but we never got a call sign or a name. If you want to try that again. All right, well, that last station, if you want to come back, we're definitely going to do the round of check-in, so we'll catch you on the next round. Let's go over to our president now. Rusty, thank you for that very slow and very phonetic call sign there. Even my feeble, slow hands were able to keep up with the typing there, and really appreciate it. How's it going?
I'm trying to be a good role model, and I know how you drink, so, just trying to be helpful. Yeah, man, it's been a good week, and I got rain. I got rumbled out of bed about 3:30, man. The thunder and the craziness, so that was kind of fun. And then I guess it rained 2 more times today, kind of on and off. So hallelujah, the yard is less crunchy. Let's see, haven't really done a whole lot of ham radio stuff. But yes, Ernesto, my HF antenna is up. So as far as what have I been waiting to do for the cool weather, pretty much everything. The weather has sucked for the past 3 months, so it's going to be nice. I think, it says it's 77 outside. So I'm looking forward to getting out and doing stuff. Maybe I can convince Ernesto to do some more fox hunts and whatnot now that the weather is not miserable. But we shall see. So that's about all I got going on, man. Thanks for running the net. I'll send it back to you. WZ5BBS.
Yeah, Rusty, just curious. You said you got your HF antenna back up. What antenna are you running?
It's that bougie Chameleon Impasse 2.0. It's just got to screw it together. And it's in the garage. I just, I take it down and I never put it up. And Ernesto comes over and he always yells at me because I don't do enough HF. So I just wanted to let him know that it's there. But yeah, it's the Chameleon antenna. It's a pricey little dude, but man, it works on every band and I love it.
Well, Ernesto should totally yell at you because HF is totally freaking cool, and I totally agree with that. So, all right. Well, anybody have anything they want to say to our club president tonight?
K5BZI. Hi, Rusty.
Hi, Ray.
Anyone else?
N5 APD.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say hi to old Rusty. Wonder if he's going to make breakfast this Saturday. Is he going to stay in the sack? Back to you.
Oh man, I don't know. I got F1 this weekend, so I don't know. I will give you a definite, possibly maybe. That's about all I can say on that. But good to hear you on the net, man.
Good to hear you as well. Kind of miss hanging out with you old boys, so I am going to try to make breakfast and hopefully see you. If not, we'll catch up with some of the other guys. Anyway, thank you much. This is Den 5 APD clear.
All right, anybody have anything else for Rusty?
KI5PZN.
Go ahead, Ernesto.
Yeah, Rusty, we just need to get you to turn on the HF radio now that you have the antenna, huh? No, man, we need to try, I know I've been busy, I'm still at work right now, but we need to try local, I don't know, 40 meters, see if we can hear each other on 40 meters or one of those, but anyways, that was it, just rambling here. Back to the KI5PZN.
Totally, man. I need to do more HF, so I appreciate you, constantly nagging. But yeah, man, anytime. That's how I got my QSL card from Lance, KD3E, because we got 40 meters and 2 meters. And I was able to hear him pretty well, so anytime you want, man, hit me up, and we'll go play on 40 meters.
Well, very cool, man. If we can hear each other, maybe we can, make it into a club thing and get everybody on 40 meters too, but, well, very cool. Back to net. This is KI5PZN.
I think an invis from South Dallas to East Austin should be about right, so you guys ought to have no problem. Anybody else have anything for Rusty tonight?
This is November 5 Yankee Alpha November.
Go ahead, Yankee Alpha November.
Yeah, the call is November 5 Yankee Alpha November. Name here is David. Just wanted to ask Rusty, when are you planning on doing fox hunting? Back to you.
I have no idea. I know KE5RS put out a fox, I think yesterday, and it's going to be out until Sunday. So I'm a very codependent fox hunter, so I need somebody to drive me around. But usually Ernesto and I go out, so I'm game. I've got some stuff going on for the weekend, but I don't know. We'll see. Are you looking for a fox hunt, buddy? Now that you have a vehicle?
Yeah, I am considering it. I will be putting out the UT Fox 2 weeks from now on Saturday and Sunday, so that should be fun.
Oh, very cool. All right. Well, yeah, dude, just ping me. Send me a text, DM me, whatever you want to do, and we'll see if we can't make it, have a little fox hunt fun this weekend. But I have a feeling I'm going to bail on old man breakfast, so it's not going to be early. So, don't think you got to get up to make it happen.
Oh, yeah, I've got a lot going on this weekend. I don't think I'll be able to make it, but someday. They're killing me with exams. After the 12th class day, once people can no longer add or drop, they push it into high gear. So I've been kept very busy. Back to net.
All right. Anybody have anything else for Rusty? Rusty, we're glad you got your 3:30 a.m. rain and then a couple of more rains, kind of how it's been here over in Dripping Springs, and good hearing from you, and have fun at F1 this weekend. All right, let's move on now to KI5YLS. Cody, what's going on, Cody?
What's going on, Steve? Thank you for running the net. KI5YLS, Cody over here in the Killeen, Fort Hood / Fort Cavazos area, whatever you want to call it. Not a whole lot's been going on this week for me. I've been working, and getting closer and closer to my welding license. Let's see, what else has been going on? Let's see, trying to think of what else. Like I said, not a whole lot. Been posting up YouTube videos like crazy. Had my very first ever YouTube video hit 1,000 views, so that's insane to me. What else? Let's see. Watching the Philadelphia Eagles play right now. They just had a beautiful touchdown pass that I saw. That was amazing. I've been living all week in the glory of my Cowboys absolutely stomping the New York Giants. And they're going to do it again to the Jets come Sunday, so I'm excited for that as well. I haven't been doing a whole lot of streaming. My Wi-Fi's been kind of iffy. Making a lot of content if I'm not working, either on TikTok or on YouTube. Haven't really been able to radio much. But yeah, other than that, I can't think of anything else. I was gonna join the university net last night, but I think I missed it from having some other plans online. But let me reset real quick. But other than that, not a whole lot else is going on. Just taking it day by day and just kind of enjoying what I get each day. I did go to the dentist today and didn't get some too good of news. I've got pretty much a lot of cavities and need a bunch of clean work, and yeah, my teeth don't look good at all. So that's going to be a pretty little penny to spend, but I got to get it done so I look good. Look better than I already do, I should say, because I already look good. But anyways, but yeah, nothing else, so I'll send it back to Net.
Well, Cody, congratulations on your 1,000 YouTube views video. I guess I need to go hunt you up on YouTube. I don't spend a whole lot of time there, other than like watching welding videos and gardening videos, which probably maybe you're not on either one of those. But anyway, anything that you've been putting off doing until the weather got cool?
Let's see. Anything I've been putting off until the weather got cool? Anything? Because I haven't wanted to do anything. Not really anything. I haven't really put off anything because of weather. Most of the things that I'm putting off right now is just because either I don't have transportation or the money to do it, that kind of stuff. I know the 23rd of this month, I guess this is one thing I've been kind of putting off because of weather. Let me reset real quick. The 23rd of this month, there's a park here in town that I'm hosting a Pokemon Go event. I used to do it last year when it was cool, and then the summer I just didn't do it. But basically we go out there during what's called the Community Day hours, and we catch Pokemon and, do the raids and all that kind of stuff. And we meet people in the community of Pokemon Go and stuff like that, make friends, stuff like that. And I always host it every month except for when it gets hot. And that was a beautiful throw for the Vikings. Let me reset again. And it led to a touchdown. Then let's see what else. So I haven't really put that. I've been putting that off for cooler weather, so that way nobody gets too hot. So that's gonna be this month. I'm gonna try to schedule it for this month, if not next month. But I think that's about it. Back to that.
All right, great talking to you, Cody. Does anybody have anything for Cody tonight?
N5 APD.
WTH.
Go ahead. I thought I heard K5 APD, K5 APD. Danny, did you have something for Cody?
Yeah, this is N5 APD. I just want to tell Cody I appreciate his football enthusiasm about it. As much as I love Formula One and NASCAR, always good to see a good football game. So I appreciate your enthusiasm for it, and enjoy your time and be safe, be well. Thank you. This is N5 APD.
Yeah, for sure. I usually don't watch a whole lot of NFL anymore because a lot of it's gotten real political. Or it used to at least. I usually follow the Cowboys because I'm such a big Cowboys fan. And I heard this game was on tonight. My mom's a Philadelphia fan, so I was like, you know what, I'll watch it tonight. So that's why I'm sitting here watching it. But yeah, I usually follow the Cowboys, just because I've been a diehard Cowboys fan for about as long as I've been living, so 22 years. So, yeah, hopefully everything's good on your end, and I'll go ahead and send it back to net control.
All right, anybody else have anything for Cody tonight? All right, Cody, well, good luck to you, and I guess now your next goal will be 2,000 YouTube views, and good luck on that goal. Let's move on now to Jason in Buda. How's it going, Jason?
This is KB5MPJ. Yeah, it's going pretty good. I haven't done a whole lot of radio this week except Southside Simplex on Tuesday. And we got to talking about PSK31, so I got on HF, while we were talking, and called CQ, and somebody came back to me on PSK31, so made a little HF digital contact there. As far as what I've been putting off because of the heat, as you heard me say earlier, car work, got some stuff to get done that I've been putting off for a few months now. Antenna projects, and hopefully some outdoor recreation, maybe fishing, mountain biking, or something that I haven't really felt like doing while it was so hot. And I thought I heard somebody earlier say that they got a President Lincoln 2 Plus radio, and I've got one of those. It's a good radio. I've made contacts, on all the modes with it. It does all the modes. It doesn't do CW very well, but if you know the trick to make it work, it even does CW. Worked FM repeaters. It's all around a fun radio. So yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. And that's pretty much all I've got. KB5MPJ, back to net.
All right, Jason. Well, good luck on your car work and your antenna work. I'm just curious. I haven't made the Tuesday night SSS 555 in a while. How's that working?
It's great. Starts about 8 o'clock informally. Sometimes it'll start a little bit later, or earlier, just whenever people happen to show up. And sometimes it goes pretty late into the night. So if you don't hear anybody, go ahead and put your call sign out, call CQ, and maybe try again later. You're bound to get somebody on Simplex. And even if you're not in South Boston, or south of Boston, you might still be able to get in. We've had plenty of people check in from North Austin and other places. So yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Tuesday nights, around 8 o'clock on 146.555. So the 5s being like S's, Southside Simplex. So give it a try, KB5MPJ.
All right, Jason. I hope to see you guys out there next Tuesday. I may try and put up an antenna outside to do that again. That was always kind of fun, but again, it's been too hot for me to go outside. So anybody have anything for Jason tonight?
K5BZI.
KE.
Ray, I heard you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I heard the double right as I unkeyed, so sorry about that. But yeah, hey Jason, K5BZI here. Looking forward to our Parks on the Air activation, which is coming up, I think, sometime in next month. I had to look at the calendar again, but I think Steve, Jason and I were kind of waiting on cooler weather, and we planned a Parks on the Air activation. And you'll have to help me out with where we're going again, because I don't remember. Again, I have to look at the calendar. But anyway, also on your car, on the Jeep, I've still got the letters hanging over here. So now that it's getting a little cooler, we need to put those letters on the Jeep. And that truck looks amazing. And last but not least, I wanted to shout out to the guy who's got the President Lincoln. I've got one as well. And Jason and I actually make 11-meter contacts on it. There's a mod that's pretty easy to do to make it do 11 meters. And if you'd like to learn more about that, feel free to reach out to me on Discord. And I'll pass it over to you, Jason, K5BZI.
Yeah, Roger. So it's South Lano River the last weekend of October. So should be cooler, hopefully. And yeah, that's another thing, like I said, I've been putting off is Parks on the Air. You know, it's a lot more fun when it's not 100 degrees. And yeah, we need to get together, put the letters and the moldings on. And another thing that I was going to do on my own, I've been wanting to put some shocks on the Impala. It doesn't need it. It's not dangerous, but I think it could use a new set of shocks on it. So been kind of waiting for it to cool off so I can get out there and do that. But yeah, looking forward to POTA at the end of the month, South Lano River.
Well, okay. I know I would be down for some POTA on South Lano River, so hopefully we'll put that on the Discord and let people know that that's coming up. Does anybody have anything else for Jason tonight?
85, okay.
Go ahead.
How you doing, Jason? Looks like there's a couple of us, maybe 3 of us, that have the Lincoln 2 Plus. And the issue with the CW, sometimes if you use a straight key or pedal, may make a difference on that.
So I was using a straight key. Is it? Have you been able to use a paddle? I don't even know if it'll work with one.
I'm not sure yet. I've just unboxed it, and I'm waiting on an antenna before I can actually make any contact on it. And I have a straight key. I don't have a paddle, but I know that I've used a straight key on my other 10-meter radios, and it works fine.
Yeah, so I've got a straight key, but yeah, give it a try. What I noticed that it does, and I've seen other people online say that it does it, sometimes it'll hang up when you try to do like a did-dah. It'll just do a long dah. It kind of trips over itself at the beginning of a transmission. So sometimes if you hear that, then you got to kind of correct yourself and just keep going. And I figure it's probably good just for slower CW because of that, you know, maybe 10 words a minute or less. And you'll end up having to use the split and offset it to be able to zero beat anybody with it. So it's kind of weird, but if you ever want to see it, you know, you can hit me up on Discord and I can show you more about what I'm talking about. KB5MPJ.
Appreciate the information. Thanks a lot. KD5OKE back to the next show.
Okay, anybody else have anything for Jason and Buda tonight? Then let's move down to KA5PZN. Ernesto, how's it going?
KIFI-PZN. Thank you, Steve, for running the net, and hello to everybody on the net. I'm still working. I have a deadline for tomorrow, so I've been working a long day. Not a whole lot of radio stuff aside from the, nets here and there and a little bit of HF at night. I also have one of those President Lincoln 10-meter radios, and if you need the resistor for the mods, just let me know. I have a handful still left, because those things you can't buy one or two, they send you like a dozen. I have that radio too, really cool radio. I like it a lot. And let's see, not a whole lot, man. I think that's about it. I'm gonna be working like crazy maniac today and tomorrow, and then I think on Sunday we are going to be driving down to the coast to take a little break for a couple of days, and then back to the game. The usual adulting stuff. A little bit of fun, and then tons of work. But looking forward to that. Back to Net Control. This is KIFI-PZN.
Man, hate to hear that you're still working on a deadline tomorrow this late at night. Again, I guess like you said, adulting. That's the reality sometimes of what we need to do for work. But anyway, I hope you enjoy your trip down to the coast. I hope we hear some more about that. So, does anybody have anything for Ernesto tonight?
J5VLC here.
Go ahead.
Hey, Ernesto, I just wanted to give you a big shout out. I've got an appointment with Jeff for Saturday morning to take a look at this Kenwood radio, so I'm pretty excited about that. So thanks for that referral.
Oh, you bet, man. Yeah, Jeff, if somebody's going to know radios, that's going to be Jeff in 5MNW. Very cool, man. I'm glad you guys got something going on, and hopefully we'll get it all sorted out. Back to you.
Yeah, I sit here and look at it and think, boy, this is going to be a good radio. He said it's a great radio, but and hopefully it's not too big a deal to figure out. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed we can get it going. Thanks again.
Cool, man. I'm glad I could help, and hopefully everything will be an easy fix, and you get to use that radio soon, man. All right, back to that.
All right, that's great. I'm about to do some research on the President Lincoln radio. That's not something that's familiar to me, so sounds interesting. It sounds like something that's pretty popular among our club membership. Does anybody have anything else for Ernesto tonight?
KD5OKE.
Go ahead.
Hello, Ernesto. This is Mike, KD5OKE. Send me an email at mycallsign@AOL.com, KD5OKE@AOL.com. I would like to get one of those resistors for you. Thank you.
So what was the call sign again? I'm sorry, I have the volume a little bit, not too loud, because I'm on Studio B tonight.
That would be Kilo Delta 5 Oscar Kilo Echo, KD5OKE@AOL.com. And yes, AOL still does work.
Right on, man. Yeah, not a problem. I still have a couple of friends with AOL accounts. Well, cool, man. Sure, I'll shoot you an email. It's KIFI-PZN. Back to net.
All right, Ned's still cracking up a little bit about the AOL thing, man. There's no problem with that. I mean, every email address works. They're all kind of the same. Anybody else have anything for Ernesto tonight? All right, let's move on to Brent. What's going on tonight, Brent?
I'm still trying to figure out this whole scene. Thank you. This is Brent. Kilo Juliet 5 Charlie Charlie Zulu. I am new to the net. I am new to the ham radio. Ernesto has been very kind, trying to help me get my radios working and reach a repeater. I'm in Leander. It doesn't work that well. Right now I'm on Echolink. trying to push all the right buttons. It wouldn't respond when I was trying to get back to you. I apologize. Yeah, for some reason I can hear everything really well. Clears it though, but when I go to wake up a repeater, I just don't have the juice. I can't wake it up, and so I have to resort to Echolink to participate and get educated by all you fine gentlemen with your knowledge. So that's what's going on with me. I have a Yaesu VX6 and I have a FT65. I've got a couple of nice antennas, but it's just not enough. Yeah, Ernesto and I are going to try to figure out the next move. Maybe a home base unit with more power, or we don't know yet.
Comment? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Brent. This is KJ5BLC. When I first started out, I'm out here east of Pflugerville, and I was using the Leander repeater at 441.600. Is that the one that you're trying to hit?
Yeah, typically I'll get on that one, and I think, you know, my logical brain, I think I still kind of treat a radio like a phone, like I turn it on and it should work, but I'm finding out that, you know, the repeaters aren't up, they're not working sometimes, they're not on all the time, so it's not working, and so there's a lot of variables that I've got to learn and figure out what the right combination is to for my radio and I to connect with you, everybody.
KJ5BLC. Yeah, the other thing it sounds like maybe is I'm wondering about the tones that you have in it and whether, since you can hear it but you can't really transmit on it, if that could be a part of the problem. You know, if you've got an HT, trying to program that thing through the HT, it just seems like a nightmare, and right away I went to a program and used Chirp, and that worked fine for me, so to set it up originally, but something you might explore. Anyway, KJ5BLC, back to net.
Yeah, Brent, I don't have any technical solutions for you, although I guess you've heard a couple, but again, I had the very similar experience. I've only been in a ham radio, you know, a couple of years now, and really, you know, Ernesto and Ray and Rusty really were the ones that kind of, you know, I don't know that I would still be in the hobby now if I hadn't really met all these people, and they're so friendly and helpful, and it's just amazing how really we can figure it out. In other words, keep stabbing at your problem, and I think together we'll definitely figure it out with this group. So, does anybody have anything else for Brent tonight?
K5BZ, I use that then.
Go ahead, Ray.
I'm going to let Ernesto go first this time because we've stepped on each other. Let Ernesto go first.
Thank you, Uncle Ray. That's very nice of you. Hey, Brent, just wanted to say hi. I'm really happy to hear you on the net. And, yeah, I'm going to be busy until, well, tomorrow. I'm going to be super busy. I'm going to take a couple of days off after that. But we'll try to figure out what's going on with your radio situation. I might be able to drive up there and just see what's up. But I'm really happy to hear you on the net tonight. Back to net. This is KI5PZN.
All right, Ray, what's up?
You're welcome, Ernesto. Hey, Brent, man, welcome to the net, dude. Good to hear from you. Welcome to the hobby, and we're glad to have you. And by all means, if you're not already on Discord, that is a must-do. Go to our website at m508k.org, click the purple button there, and join our Discord server. There's a lot of help there. But typically, you know, the issues with a new ham most of the time is either tone or offset. So make sure your offset's set properly, and make sure you've got the tone turned on, and CTCSS tone is set properly. Those are the two biggest hang-ups for new hams. So anyway, good luck, man, and feel free to reach out if we can help you at all. We'll be glad to. And like Steve says, keep at it, man, and you'll get used to it. K5BZI, I'll let you have it over there. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Brent, Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Zulu. I want to thank you. I really was zeroed in. I believe it is the tone problem. I was trying to I can get the screen to say tone, but then to get to the numbers to where I can adjust it, I had a hard time doing that. I got to go back to YouTube and run through it again to find out how to get to that on my radio. But I really think it's a tone. I don't think I have the right tone set. To be honest with you. And I want to thank everybody very much for welcoming me. It's a great group. I'll see you all at breakfast. Come and say hi to me. This is Brent, Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Zulu, and back to net. Thank you.
All right, cool deal. Well, does anybody want to say anything else to Brent tonight? All right, well, let's do a station ID. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. Let's go on now to our third round of check-ins. If you haven't checked in tonight, now's your opportunity. Come now with your call sign phonetically and your name.
This is David, November 5, Yankee Alpha, November, up here in North Campus.
This is Kilo Lima 5, Golf Romeo, name is JB, Fredericksburg, Texas.
Anybody else for this third round of check-ins? Come now with your call sign phonetically and your name. All right, first on our list, I got North Campus, and I'm sorry, that's about all I got. I think DN5, I was slow to the keyboard. I didn't have my hands ready yet, so the station that's identified with DN5 North Campus, what's going on?
The call here is November 5, Yankee Alpha, November. The name is David, and how's my audio real quick?
Your audio is good, David. I just completely screwed up typing down your information. Sorry about that.
No worries. I was just curious. This is a new lithium-ion battery for my ICOM W32A. Some guy in Hong Kong manually inserts like a battery management system and some lithium-ion cells. So it was honestly the cheapest way to get this radio back up and running, so I'm happy to hear that it is working. Other than that, I have an RF engineering interview next Thursday, a week from now, and I'll have to study for that, but a lot of the practice questions they provided look a lot like stuff you'd see on the extra exam, so pretty simple, and I'm looking forward to that. November 5, Yankee Alpha, November, back to net.
I think it's interesting. Context and perspective is always everything. So your commentary on the extra exam as being an easy material is kind of interesting to me because I'm kind of trying to still gear up for that. But anyway, super good luck on your interview. Hope that goes well. Anything that you have been wanting to do but not able to do, but now you're wanting to do now that it's getting cooler?
Yeah, before I get to that, real quick, I just wanted to say good luck with extra. I think people make it out to be much harder than it is. You know, a lot of it is learning concepts, but the actual questions come down to, I think for all the electronics questions, at least it comes down to the Pythagorean theorem, right? Converting from, complex coordinates to rectangular. And if you want, Whiskey 4 Echo Echo Yankee has a wonderful YouTube series where he goes through the entire extra class exam and explains everything in great detail and in simple terms. Break? Other than that, I'm looking forward to it getting cooler so I can just walk to class without sweating so much. I recently fixed up a bike, and it's been fun riding around campus. It's much faster than walking. And another thing I do enjoy with the cooler weather is going to the park or studying at the downtown library. Their patio area is pretty nice this time of year. November 5, Yankee Alpha November, back to net.
Yeah, I can't think of anything better in life right now than be in your position on that campus at this time of year. I envy you, as I'm sure many others do. Does anybody have anything for David tonight? I want to say hello.
KJ5BLC. David, can you repeat the YouTube video you were talking about for extra?
No problem. If you go onto YouTube.com and you search Whiskey 4 Echo Yankee, he has a playlist where they basically go through the Amateur Extra book, topic by topic, and they do sort of a lecture style video presentation.
All right, thanks a bunch, David. After I get my general under my belt, I'm moving on to extra, so that'll come in handy. Thanks a lot, KJ5BLC, back to net.
All right, great information, David. I know there's a lot of people on here that are generals that are kind of looking at that extra down the road, so that'll be very helpful. Anybody else have anything for David tonight?
K5BZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, two things. First of all, I jotted down that website or that call sign for YouTube. I'm definitely going to use that because I've realized I keep trying to. Let me say I keep trying to memorize the answers, and there's just so many of them I can't do it like I did with the general class. So I'm actually going to have to learn something to get my extra license. And I just wanted to say good luck, man, on your interview. I hope it goes well for you. K5BZI.
Thanks, Ray. And I will say, for anyone wanting to upgrade, this gentleman has video lectures for technician, general, and amateur extra. So if you're wanting to upgrade, he has videos for all of them. And thank you for the good luck. I will need it. November 5, Yankee Alpha, November, back to net.
All right, thanks for that, Ray. Anyone else have anything for David tonight? Okay, then let's move on to JB in Fredericksburg. How's it going, JB?
Doing very well. Just moved down, well, I guess I should say back home from Fredericksburg. Have been living in Alaska for the past 9 years. So trying to learn all the nets around. Appreciate everybody for having me. Looking into the Johnson City 250 machine. Was hoping that I could maybe turn up some power and see if I could hit the yoke at 320.
All right, JB, you dropped off after you said hit the oak at 320. Are you still with us?
Roger, I'm still here. I'm just going to switch over to the 320 machine. I'm assuming they're all connected and see if I can hit y'all. I will be right back. KL5 Golf Romeo 320 machine. Got a copy?
Yeah, we copy you, JB. You're definitely weaker than you were on the Johnson City machine, but we definitely copy you.
Roger. Well, then going back to Johnson City so everybody can hear me. But anyways, yeah, just got in the majority of my equipment back from Alaska. Looking forward to setting up my rotator, my Yagi, all that stuff. Right now I'm just about 20 feet tall on a vertical. And anyways, glad to find the net.
Well, it's great to have you. Hopefully you'll make your way over to the website. Again, the membership's absolutely free. And, again, I've been with this group, a couple of years, and just really a very welcoming social group. Lots of great technical help especially on the Discord. It's just an amazing resource. Of course, the Internet's an amazing resource, but these people you can actually ask follow-up questions to, which is really, really super helpful. So what are your interests right now? It sounds like you've got some HF interests for sure. What are your interests in ham radio at this point, JB?
Roger. Well, I do a little bit of everything. I'm only a technician now studying for my general, but I do a lot of, I do quite a bit of FT8. I do 10 meter, obviously, just trying to get out. In Alaska, 10 meter was rocking pretty good. A lot of people used it. So, looking to get my general. I was listening to, 20 and 80 and all the other channels, and it's amazing how much more I can hear over here. I've only got a G5RV, only about 20 feet off the air, so looking forward to getting a tower put up. Just bought one as soon as I moved here. I bought a high gain, about a 70-foot tower, so looking to hang all my stuff off of it, and I'll talk to everybody wherever I want.
That sounds awesome. I'm stuck in HOA, HELL, so can't do the 70-foot tower or the 30-foot tower or the 20-foot tower, but look forward to hearing your results there. All right, let's let anybody else now. I want to talk to JB, QTH in Fredericksburg, by way of Alaska.
KBZI.
Go ahead, Ray.
Hello, JB. Let me introduce myself, my friend. I am so excited that you're coming in from Fredericksburg, first of all. Name here's Ray. Just so you know, a little backstory. That 250 machine's only been out there going on maybe a year or two now. And, or maybe, I don't know, it's been longer. I lose track of time. It's only been a couple of years, and every time we hear somebody new from out west, I geek out a little bit. So thanks to all you guys out Johnson City way that come in through the 250. I love hearing from you guys out there. And welcome to the net, welcome to the club, welcome back to Texas. And I think, I could be wrong on this, but you may be, if you're actually in Fredericksburg, you may be the farthest west that I've ever heard someone come in on our repeater network. So kudos and thanks for coming in. And a couple more things. First off, where at in Alaska are you from? Because I've had a little time in Alaska, specifically out around Homer, Spit, that way. And secondly, if you ever need any help with your tower work, I would love to help you out. I'm always looking for an excuse to climb a tower, so just let me know. And always looking for an excuse to go to Fredericksburg for that matter, so feel free to reach out. K5BZI, I'll let you have it.
Kilo 5, I think it was Bravo, Victor, India. Anyways, hitting Johnson City is super easy. I think I'm talking to you on like 25 watts right now. I bought the tower from a Silent Key as soon as I got here, building a house out, but I got to dig a big hole to obviously put some concrete and put the, actuating part in the bottom of the concrete. But yeah, the 250 machine is amazing. Super glad that I can even hit the oak. And I'm not even that high up right now, so definitely the Hill Country Amateur Radio Club over here, thankfully, where I bought it from, is going to come out and help whenever I sink this thing in the ground, but more the merrier. I'll let everybody know. Trying to get D-Star out here, so talking to the club. I'm a big D-Star guy from Alaska. We use it a lot. I'm talking to a 9700 now. Sort of an Icom fanboy with some others, but anyways, just glad to have the network and the repeater coverage. I think it's really cool how y'all linked everything together. And anyways, I'm going to break. As far as Alaska, I managed Home Depot in Anchorage, but we lived up in the mountains, and then we finally moved out to Palmer, so north of Anchorage, about an hour. Still while working in Anchorage. Love Alaska. I mean, I'm from Texas, but I gotta be honest, boys, I heard all the conversations about what do you do when it gets cooler. I'm still doing nothing because it's really hot to me. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back to Nat, as I could talk all night about this, but if anybody else has any questions, feel free.
All right, well, awesome. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk to JB about tonight? Well, JB, it sounds like you got a good club out there, but it sounds like you're hitting our repeater well. So hopefully you can do both, and love to have you as part of the club. Again, free to join, n50ak.org. Would love to have you aboard, and whether you join the club or not, you're always welcome to come on any of the club nets at any time. All ham radio operators are welcome. So welcome to you, and do you have anything else you want to tell the group tonight before you sign off?
No, sir. I did find the page. I'm already on it, and I'll go ahead and join. Why not? Any Thursday I'm off, you boys will have to hear me. Appreciate it. This is KL5 Golf Romeo. Gonna be on the side. Back to net.
Good talking to you, JB. Look forward to talking to you in the future. All right, well, let's do another round of check-ins. That is the end of this list. Let's do another round of check-ins in. Does anybody else want to check in tonight to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, which is hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. If you want to check in now, please come with your call sign phonetically and your name.
This is KG5UZS, Kilo Golf 5, Uniform Zulu Sierra. There we go. And the name here is Jim. Back to net.
I thought I heard a double with UZS. Was there somebody else trying to sign on? Anybody else want to check in at this time? Coming out with your call sign phonetically and your name. All right, KG5UZS, I missed your name. Sorry about that. What's going on tonight?
Oh, hello to everybody here on the net. Name here is Jim, Julia, India, Mike. Yeah, I apologize for being a little slow on the call sign. I'm still getting used to using this one. This one I switched when I moved from New Hampshire. I had a previous call sign. It was a lot easier to remember. I had it for going on 2 renewals, and then decided to change it up when I moved to Texas, and got a new one here. So it takes a little bit to get used to the phonetics. I did that the other day. I was on doing a quick QSO, and actually put out my old call sign by accident. Just, I guess, old habits. Just really hard to stay kicked sometimes. But I did have one question for you, and I'm sure this is probably going to be answered on your website, is the repeater that you mentioned in Johnson City that the person came in on the previous round. Are those linked all the time or only during net control?
BZI?
They are always linked.
I think, Jim answered your question. I know that was Mike. But I wanted to hear somebody who's been here more than a minute, so I had a chance to answer that question, which Ray did. We have some others. There's a university system that we link periodically. That's not always linked, I don't think. So you have a pretty broad ability to link to other systems. That is actually one of the N50AK repeaters that you referenced. Apparently it's always linked.
A lot of rain and spots of thunder and a few drops of hail, but nothing significant on my end. KG5, use it as back to net control.
Yeah, Jim, I think we doubled there for a little bit, so I apologize if I missed some of your message. Hopefully you beat me out because what you had to say was probably more interesting than what I had to say. Does anybody have anything they want to talk to? Jim, I wanted to, mention to you, New Hampshire, were you a hiker at all? I've had a couple of great hiking trips out there, including the 6,288 feet of Mount Washington.
Yeah, probably my younger years, just with the youth groups. I did some hiking, but as an adult, not really. The only hiking I've done in Mount Washington would have been with my car high.
Really beautiful place. The weather can be pretty scary on Mount Washington, but a really beautiful place. I was just curious. You don't meet many people here from New Hampshire, or that have been in New Hampshire. So, all right. Does anybody have anything for Jim tonight?
BBS.
Go ahead, Rusty.
Hey Jim, just want to let you know the website does tell you all of our repeaters and whatnot, but we also have an All-Star tab, and if you click on the All-Star tab, that will tell you exactly who is connected into the system right now. And like Steve said, the KA5 for net nights, whenever we have nets, we have more repeaters connected. But if you're ever curious as to who is currently connected and where you and how you can get into our system, go to the website, click on the All-Star tab, and it'll tell you where it is, and you can click on the bubble map, and it'll show you exactly how everybody's connected and what all's going on.
Okay, thank you, Rusty. Appreciate that.
Anyone else have anything for Jim tonight?
Easy guy.
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, hey Jim, welcome. I'm curious what's your QTH? What part of town are you in?
Right now I am out Woodford Road out by 71. Just waiting to pick up my YL sister, take her home.
Yeah, roger that, man. I just want to let you know we also have a machine, a 440 machine at 441.775. It's located downtown at the UT campus. It's always connected as well, as is the K5 TMT system at 44-something, not 325, but if you just look for K5 TMT, and he's got the KE5RS system is connected through him all the time. Oh, and by the way, that TMT station system is located north up around Leander, if you're ever up that way, and the KE5RS system is connected through him all the time too. So pretty good coverage, and you can find that, as Rusty said, all in the All-Star tab. Those are always connected. So there you go.
All right, yeah, perfect. Appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes I'm in on the 2-meter. I was in on the 2-meter tonight, and it was dropping out a bit on me. So I'm on the 325 right now on the 445. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys, for all the information, and I'll definitely check out that All-Star tab there tonight and see what I can get into, and kind of do some trials here over the next few days as I'm driving. KG5, use it as back to net control. Thank you.
All right, Jim. Well, it's been nice talking to you, and best to you, and safe travels home tonight. I don't know if there's any weather left out there, but be careful on those roads. All right, let's do one more round of check-ins, but before we do that, let's do a station ID. This is the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Thursday Night Net, hosted by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N50AK. We're going to start our, maybe fourth round of check-ins here, and see if we have anybody else hanging out there wanting to talk. Please come now with your call sign phonetically and your name.
This is Charlie 5, Alpha, Juliet, Echo, Chad, South Austin, no traffic.
All right, we had Chad with no traffic. Anybody else want to check in?
VBS recheck. I just want to say hi to Chad. It's been way too long, man.
Chad, I know you had no traffic, but you want to say hello or tell us what you've been waiting for the cooler weather for? All right, I think Chad was one and done. And so anybody else want to check in tonight? Come on with your call sign and your name. Well, okay. I guess maybe it is time to wrap up this net. I think tomorrow night we've got the traveling taco net, maybe. Rusty, is that happening tomorrow? Ernesto, anybody out there know whether we're doing tacos tomorrow on the air?
KFIPZ. And hey, Steve, I'm not in front of the calendar, but it's not tomorrow. It's the last Friday of the month that we'll be running the taco net. It'll be every last Friday of every month. Back to you. KFIPZN.
I am KI5UKF, Steve, and from my QTH here in Dripping Springs, Texas, I want to say 73 to everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us again tonight, and the system is now returned to regular amateur use.
Thanks for running the net, man. Don't quit your day job. WZ5BBS.
Ouch. KI5UKF.
When are we going fox hunting, man?
I don't know, man. I got to do some stuff this Saturday, and it doesn't sound like it's a good day for you anyway. But you know, yeah, it's kind of it's past time. I'm ready.
All right. Well, offer's always open, so whenever, hit me up. We'll holler at you later, man. Thanks for running the net. WZ5BBS.
You bet. Thanks, Rusty. KI5UKF.
Great net, Steve. Don't listen to Rusty. K5BZI.
I don't. KI5UKF. Never know what his state of apparel is anyway. KI5UKF.
You're the one telling people I'm stripping on the video, man. That was all you. But you're right. Most of the people that love me the most never listen to anything I say. It definitely works well.
Well, I mean, if it helps, I was just trying to draw some people to the video net tonight, and all I got was me and Cody. So I guess, Rusty, I'm not sure about your stock price at this point. KI5UKF, over.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. I got a face for radio, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. Later, man.
It's hard to take Rusty serious when he's wearing that thong. K5BZI.
Y'all have a good night. I'm out of here. 73, KI5UKF.
KL5, Gulf Romeo clear.
station come again, please? Who was that?
KL5 Golf Romeo said I was going clear. Nice listening to the net tonight. Appreciate it.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Good to hear from you, man. K5BZ at 73.
Roger, 73 is trying to make Thursday a thing. Holler at you later. KL5 Golf Romeo out of Fredericksburg. Adios.
Hey, Charlie Zulu, I heard Charlie Zulu is all I could make out. The static was too bad. You're just barely in the repeater. Go ahead. Yeah, your signal's not strong enough to hold the repeater. The repeater keeps cutting out, and when you are in, the static's so bad we can't quite understand you. So, not sure how you're trying to come in, but it ain't working. K5BZI.
Wow!